is on the run.
Can we succeed? We can.
In Afghanistan, the maximum estimate is less than 100.
Level the building.
Its leaders targeted and killed from Indonesia to Somalia. So who's responsible for this? And this? And this? And why is Barack Obama considering committing an additional 40,000 troops, $700 billion, and his presidency to war?
This is fundamental to the defense of our people.
If we walked away from this, didn't give them money today, it would be worse for us from a security standpoint.
I do. We're building a relationship that just did not exist. I said in our last trip when you were with me that we had a huge trust deficit, in part because the United States had, to be fair, we had helped to create the problem we're now fighting.
How?
Because when the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan, we had this brilliant idea that we were going to come to Pakistan and create a force of mujahideen, equip them with Stinger missiles and everything else to go after the Soviets inside Afghanistan. And we were successful. The Soviets left Afghanistan, and then we said, great, goodbye, leaving these trained people who were fanatical in Afghanistan and Pakistan, leaving them well armed, creating a mess, frankly, that at the time we didn't really recognize. We were just so happy to see the Soviet Union fall, and we thought, okay, fine, we're okay now. Everything's going to be so much better. Now you look back, the people we're fighting today, we were supporting in the fight against the Soviets.
If you think that gathering military intelligence means monitoring enemy activity, predicting the next crisis, and helping Canada's leaders plan their global strategy, well, that's just part of what we do.
We're intelligence operators in the Canadian Forces, the men and women who work day and night at home and overseas to safeguard our troops and our nation by providing decision makers with information that goes far deeper than the daily headlines. I'm Master Sergeant Sarah Mercer from Fredericton, New Brunswick.
And I am Sergeant Denis Charon, born in Cornwall, Ontario. I'm an intelligence operator at the Canadian Forces School of Military Intelligence in Kingston, Ontario. Every operation is driven by intelligence. No decision is made without intelligence input.
I am basically the one who feeds everybody else the information. So I had an interest in current events, what was going on in the world. I read quite a bit, and that's very important.
We're just basically managing information. So because we understand information is power, knowledge is power, it's how we yield that particular power is what the key is, and that's what we do. This is the National Defence Command Centre at NDHQ. It's the nerve center of the Canadian Forces, staffed 24 hours a day, every day of the year. This is where teams of intelligence operators collate electronic and written reports from our sources around the world.
Obviously, we can't show you everything that we're working on in here. Security and secrecy are a big part of our job and our training.
What we can show you is a team of hard-working soldiers from all three branches of the forces, devoted to obtaining the most reliable information that they can.
It is cool to be an intelligence operator, mostly because of the fact that you have your finger on the pulse of what's going on. That's what's cool about it.
That could mean anything from monitoring enemy activity in Afghanistan to a Caribbean hurricane forecast that might alert our leaders to get ready to send humanitarian relief supplies as soon as the storm is over.
Being an intelligence operator is all about evaluating risks, identifying threats, and assessing the enemy's intentions. It's incredibly challenging because you never have all the information you need, but it's also incredibly exciting and rewarding because you get to see the information you gather being used every day to protect Canadians and our allies. The foot soldier is briefed as well before he steps out on any mission, and he has a very good idea what the picture is on the ground with respect to the threat. Tactics, doctrine, what to expect from that threat, their limitations, vulnerabilities, everything we can give them, they have that situational awareness before they step out the door.
A lot of intelligence operators move over from other branches of the forces. They've been on the ground and on deployment, and they want to be part of the process of providing data and making decisions at the highest levels.
I wanted to be part of the decision-making process where I could provide information to our decision makers, our commanders, because I understood the threat quite well, and that's what I wanted to do within the intelligence community. But we're also looking for team players from the civilian world, people who are ready for a new career in military intelligence, putting their knowledge and curiosity to work for Canada's best interests.
If you decide to join us, you'll begin with basic military training, followed by some operational experience and specialty training at the Canadian Forces School of Military Intelligence in Kingston, Ontario.
That's where you'll choose a sub-occupation within the intelligence branch. It could be tactical, operational and strategic analysis, counterintelligence, electronic warfare, psychological operations, or one of several other highly specialized fields. In my years as an intelligence operator, I've worked in support of our air crews at home, and in Afghanistan I was with the Air Mobility Command, helping our commanders move our personnel and supplies safely in and out of country. For me, that was a real highlight, being right there, an important link in the chain of command and control. We are supporting the heroes out there today, and we do anything we can to give them what they need, and just seeing them coming home is enough for us.
I have seen respect from guys on the ground after realizing that the information we gave them saved their lives. There's no feeling like that in the world.